Granny Escape Together is a first-person survival horror puzzle game that can be played both solo or in co-op. I try to be careful in this video and not spoil all the good stuff. It's essentially an expanded version of the original Granny game. So in this game, at the beginning, you're basically just strolling through the woods, and after a weird interaction, you wake up trapped in this old house after getting knocked out by this creepy grandmother. Your goal, of course, is pretty clear: escape from this absolute maniac. But it's not as simple as walking out the door. You have to solve puzzles and find items while avoiding Granny, and occasionally also Grandpa. Granny is constantly patrolling around trying to catch you, and doing some questionable things in general. The house is pretty large, with multiple floors including a basement, garage, and some outdoor areas. You can of course crouch and hide in various spots like closets or under beds. Being quiet is key because she reacts to noise. If you drop something or step on a creaky floorboard, she will definitely come investigating. Now there are three main ways to escape: either through the front door, which needs various keys and codes to unlock; through the garage, by fixing up an old car, for which you need to find parts like a battery, spark plugs, etc. Or through a secret underground passage, but this one involves dealing with Grandpa. While exploring, you will find all sorts of items: tools, keys, wooden planks to cross gaps, and even a shotgun you can piece together. There's also a pretty weird side quest with a dog in a kennel. The house itself has some traps as well, but for the sake of spoilers, you will have to find them for yourself. A certain room in this game is particularly creepy, because this is where Grandpa is. He makes these disturbing growling sounds and can actually catch you if you're not careful. There's no combat based on what I have seen so far. Now there is a shotgun that you need to assemble, but even this one seems to be more for puzzle solving than actually using it for defending yourself. There are theoretically items in this game that could easily be used to defend yourself, like hammers, but it seems like our character has a strict rule that prevents him from hitting elderly people. You can't just grab everything at once either. That's why you have to plan your route, remember the location of items, and figure out what to do with them, while constantly avoiding Granny. She can be pretty persistent and can pop up at the worst times. The game does have difficulty options, so there is likely a setting that works for you. If you decide to play this co-op, the game actually has a mode where you take on the role of Granny. That means you will be setting traps, listening for noises, and patrolling the house to prevent others from escaping. The game's actually pretty detailed for what it is, with quite a few interconnected paths and shortcuts, and a great atmosphere. And that sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.